Deputy Sheriff Charles St. Clair drowned in Canyon Creek while returning from serving civil papers at Mountain House. A severe storm hit the area as he returned to Orrville, and his buggy was washed away as he attempted to cross the swollen creek. Deputy St. Clair was a widower and Union veteran of the Civil War. Deputy Sheriff Charles St. Clair, end of watch, February 4th, 1893. On October 20th, 1934, Deputy Constable A.D. Minor was stabbed by a suspect he was transporting from Gridley to the Butte County Jail. He succumbed to his wounds 4 days later. Deputy Constable Minor had been a Gridley resident for 6 years. He was also employed by the Gridley Fire Department and served as a game warden. Deputy Constable Minor was a beloved member of the community whose contributions will never be forgotten. A plaque now sits on Hazel Street in Gridley, near the scene where he was stabbed. Deputy Constable Arthur DeWitt Minor, end of watch, October 24th, 1934. Sheriff Alvin S. Kister was killed in a collision when a 5-ton truck crossed into his lane after the driver passed another vehicle on a blind curve on Orrville-Marysville Road, 3 miles south of Orrville. Sheriff Alvin S. Kister, end of watch, September 22nd, 1937. Deputy Sheriff Charles Brown Jr. was en route to the Union School area of Orrville to deliver a death message when his patrol car was involved in a collision with a pickup truck. Deputy Brown was transported to Orrville Community Hospital with severe head trauma and internal injuries. Tragically, the 27-year-old deputy did not survive. Deputy Brown resided in Palermo for 16 years prior to his death. He was a graduate of Orrville Union High School and served with the U.S. Marine Corps in the Korean War. He joined the sheriff's office in 1956 and had recently been promoted to detective. Deputy Brown left behind his wife, Minnie, 2 daughters, and a son. Deputy Sheriff Charles Brown, end of watch, January 28, 1959. Deputy Sheriff Randall Jennings was responding to a domestic violence call and began an area check for the involved parties. When Deputy Jennings reached the intersection of 10th Street and Grand Avenue, he observed a male matching the description of the suspect run into a field. Deputy Jennings advised BCSO dispatch that he was in a foot pursuit of the subject. During this point in the foot pursuit, the suspect turned and opened fire on Deputy Jennings. Deputy Jennings returned 10 rounds of fire, striking the suspect twice. Deputy Jennings was transported via helicopter to Enloe Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. In 2000, a bridge on State Route 162 crossing the Feather River was officially named the Randy Jennings Memorial Bridge. Deputy Sheriff Randall Jennings, end of watch, May 21, 1997. Deputy Bill Hunter, a 3-year veteran of BCSO, responded to a call involving a dispute between neighbors in the Inskip area. As Deputy Hunter responded, he learned that weapons may be involved and requested backup. Lieutenant Larry Estes, a 30-year veteran of BCSO, responded to the scene and arrived 19 minutes after Deputy Hunter. Deputy Hunter entered the cabin where he was ambushed by the suspect as he walked around the corner just inside the front door. When Lieutenant Estes entered the cabin, he exchanged shots with the suspect at a range of 3 feet. Lieutenant Estes' weapon was found with 1 round remaining and had been jammed when it was struck by one of the suspect's rounds. The exchange of gunfire between Lieutenant Estes and the suspect left both men fatally wounded. When dispatch was unable to reach either officer, additional units were sent. When they arrived, they located both patrol cars parked in front of a small cabin. The BCSO SWAT team was then called out. After firing tear gas, entry was made into the home where the bodies of Deputy Hunter, Lieutenant Estes, and the suspect were located. In 2007, a portion of State Route 149 in Butte County was named the Lieutenant Leonard B. Larry Estes and Deputy William R. Bill Hunter Memorial Highway. On April 22, 2022, Sheriff Corey Honey held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new Sheriff's Evidence and Morgue facility and dedicated the building to Lieutenant Estes for his years of service as Butte County's Chief Deputy Coroner. Lieutenant Larry Estes and Deputy Bill Hunter, end of watch, July 26, 2001.